We spoke to Obed Bapela, the deputy chair of the party's International Relations Subcommittee.
It's so disappointing that the U.S. rejected a very good motion that has at the same time condemned violence on both sides and also condemned the heinous crimes committed by Hamas, as the motion was saying, supported by so many countries and obviously with the U.S. vetoing it. I do not know then what exactly will want. The U.S. is now imposing itself as a unilateral power bloc alone against the multilateralism that we've always been calling for, because they had said that they would rather do it on their own and ignore that motion that was on the floor in the United Security Council.
And there's also, of course, what we saw happening at the hospital, various views on what happened there. The IDF saying that it's not them. There's also, of course, the Islamist jihad that's also being blamed. There's so much that is at play here, but people have, in fact, others died and others wounded. What has been your reaction as you saw the bombardment of the hospital?
Once more, we really pledge our condolences to further more deaths, unfortunately, that are still continuing in that particular region. And it's too much death on both sides that has occurred. And the hospital case is just adding more numbers to the suffering of the people, human lives that unfortunately been taken away as a result of this conflict. Hence, South Africa and the ANC in particular has called for peace or cessation of hostilities or the de-escalation of the violence, so that we can then allow space for humanitarian situation that is catastrophic, that might result even in more deaths. And whatever is the issue, we hope that the truth will prevail as to who then attacked the hospital. And for now, it's not yet clear. And we hope, therefore, that that matter should be followed to the latter, because there are rules in a war. You don't attack hospitals, you don't attack schools and hospitals and clinics.
I'm sure you've seen these particular reports calling for, International Relations Minister Naledi Pandor to be fired because of that call to Hamas. And this, of course, attributed to the South African Jewish Board of Deputies, and saying that they say that the minister has already picked a side. But the minister says that particular call, according to the statement from Durko, was to also talk about the issues of facilitating aid. So I wonder if you believe that these calls for her to resign or be fired are premature, and what do you make of them?
Definitely they are premature, because it has been explained. Initially it started as if it was support as alleged, but the minister has put it on record, government has put it on record. The call was really to ask for a passage for humanitarian support, and that is why the minister had to make that call to Hamas, a leader. And as we have been also calling on other sides to really allow for aid to go in there. There are so many South Africans, and Gift of Givers being one of them, that said you are ready to go and assist. They are somewhere there in Egypt, and they really are asking for that. And therefore, because Gaza is still in the control of Gaza, of Hamas, we just have to speak with whoever is in control. That does not mean the ANC support Hamas. And our historic partner in that alone has always been PLO, and Hamas exists, and we do talk to them to persuade them really to the model of finding a solution, a peaceful solution, based on the UN resolutions and the Oslo agreements around two states existing independent of each other, with Palestine being a free state also, exercising its right, with the borders of 1967 being restored, so that the Palestinians can finally enjoy their nation status.